So this is a continuation of 4-2 and 4-3. However, instead of having 1 point in the slope, we're given 2 points. So that just makes the process a little bit different. But once the first step's done, then it's the same thing. So write the equation of a line that passes through the point 3, 1 and 2, 4. So the problem is we don't know what the slope is, and we need to know that. So that's going to be our first step no matter what method you pick, is that you need to find the slope. So remember, we can use our slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And remember, it doesn't matter if you go from left to right or right to left when you're subtracting those two things, as long as you do it the same every time. So I'm going to go right to left. So y's go on top, so I'm going to do 4 minus 1 over 2 minus 3 for the x's. So if you notice, I went right to left both times. So 4 minus 1 is 3, and 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So 3 divided by negative 1 is negative 3. So now that I have my slope, I can use that in both of these equations to get my equation. Now, we only needed 1 point previously. We needed a point and a slope. So now that we have a slope, we only need one of the 2 points. It doesn't matter which one you pick. So I'm going to pick the first one to do this one, and the second one to do this one, just to show you that it doesn't matter which point and it doesn't matter which formula you use, you're still going to get the same answer. So again, my slope is negative 3. So in this first one, I'm using 3, 1 for my x and my y. So y is 1, slope again was negative 3, and x was 3. So negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. I need to add 9 to both sides. So 10 equals b. So I have the slope of negative 3 and the y-intercept of 10. So both of those need to be put in so that I have my equation. So the second one, I'm going to do point slope and use my other point just to show you that you'll get the same answer. So y minus the y value was 4, slope's negative 3, x minus the x value of 2. Distribute, you get negative 3x plus 6. Add 4 to the other side, and you get y equals negative 3x plus 10. So even if I switch formulas and I switch points, they're both on the lines, you'll get the same equation. So we just have one more example to try. Same process, write the equation line that passes through negative 4, negative 2, and negative 5, negative 6. So pause the video here and try this one on your own. Alright, so first things first, we need to find our slope. So I'm going to go left to right this time. It doesn't really matter. So y still go on top, negative 2 minus negative 6. Make sure you're careful with your signs. And negative 4 minus negative 5. Again, x, y, x, y. So 2 negatives in both cases make a positive. So negative 2 plus 6 is 4. And negative 4 plus 5 is 1. So my slope is just 4. Okay, so again, you can pick either point, and you could do either formula. I'm going to use this ordered pair for both this time. So I'm going to do point slope first. So I got y minus the y value of negative 2 equals the slope 4 times x minus the x value of negative 4. So on both sides we have 2 negatives. So that makes a positive, so always be careful with your signs. And I need to distribute my 4, and I get 4x plus 16 minus the 2, and y equals 4x plus 14. So you could have also done slope-intercept form, so y was negative 2, slope m is 4, x value is negative 4 plus b. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. add 16 to both sides, and we get 14 equals b. So again, slope was 4, and y-intercept is 14, so I get y equals 4x plus 14. So that's the only difference if you're given two ordered pairs instead of an ordered pair and a slope, is first you have to find the slope, and then it's the same process, just pick one of the two ordered pairs to write your equation.